dog. Check it out. Check it out. Mr. Highway's coming over. Mr. Highway. Okay, Mr. Max, come on, let's get this set up. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. The sun is strong. It's a beautiful day up here on the mountaintop. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for connections and pets, for the number of things that I've done. It's been a productive morning for a Saturday morning. I was out about 5:30 in the morning with a new meditation practice, new to me meditation practice, and it kind of mixes the breath work of my for prayer practice with a meditation, and is an outgrowth. I don't remember the name of the channel, but the name of the video was something about the 12 disciples are within you. And it's a metaphor, saying the Bible is a metaphor for a neuroscience document to your body. And those 12 disciples aren't human beings, but they match the 12 chords going up into your brainstem, and the doubting Thomas aligns to that chord that is sight and I think sense. Somebody was telling me this morning. I need to re-listen to that video again. But it said to get into a quiet, dark space between 4 and 6 in the morning was ideal, but toward the end of the day. And I was up this morning around 5, and so I thought I would go outside, and the rooster was quiet, but there were birds singing. Good morning, thank you for stopping by. What are you grateful for, and where are you viewing from? So I went out back to meditate quietly by myself, and when I went out the back door, Countach, the feral cat, the one who's looks like a raccoon cat Siamese, was at the back door. Okay, so turns out he sings. He's been quiet before, he's been skittish. But he was there, and Mr. Highway was there. And so I brought my phone out to the back, so I wanted to be grounded. Not sitting up here on the porch where my feet are on wood, but I wanted my feet on the ground. And so I went back by the burn pit where we have a couple of benches back to back. And I got quiet, I got centered. And the instructions were breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 8. And those are the same instructions for my prayer practice choir teacher. And I always amend those instructions to do what's comfortable for you and make the out breath twice as long. And there are reasons for it. Something about stimulating the vagus nerve. Hey, Nicholas Rothermel, 2X, how are you? And Mike Russell, 8675, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for dropping by. Can we get a thumbs up? Not just all those hearts. We like the hearts, though. And a subscriber, maybe? So I'm talking about how I started my morning, Saturday morning, pitch dark. I'm out in the back overlooking the wildlands. And it's quiet, and I'm practicing. And I inhale for a count of 4, and then I hold it for a count of 4. Thank you for the thumbs up. And then I exhale for a count of 8, and then I hold it for a count of 4 to 8, and then I go back and inhale. Johnny Cash or Elvis Presley? Either. I'm happy. How am I doing today? I'm awesome. Thank you. Yeah, either. It's all a matter of mood. They're both. In what state am I in? I am in Kentucky, southeast Kentucky, right over the line from Scott County, Tennessee, Winfield, Tennessee. But this is McCreary County, Kentucky, and it's beautiful. We're in the Daniel Boone National Forest, and we have bear dens in the backyard. Not that I've ever seen the bears up here, but there's a wildlife cam, and I've seen pictures of the bears and the neighbor next door, and next door is quite close. See, we're in a subdivision, but next door, the person next door has, picked up, noticed bear scat between the houses. Do I have a job? You impersonate Elvis Presley. Sweet Jeffrey Ellsworth, love to see that. Is that on your channel? Jeffrey Ellsworth, 1493. Note to self, go check out his channel. That would be cool. Do I have a job? My job, I work for God. My job is to spread the light and teachings of Mahikari where I go. Since I became a light practitioner, a practitioner of this art of true light practice, my life has changed. And Mahikari is not a religion. When I first took it, I call myself a Christian. I was a pastor's assistant in a Christian church. And I came back telling people this is like an app you put on top of your religion. Do I have children? I used to have kids that went home at 2:30, and then the other kids had 4 feet and went bah, but no children. And you have multiple. Okay, all cool. Jeffrey Ellsworth. All right, multiple accounts. I have multiple accounts too, but I'm only working this one. Ooh, we got 3 thumbs up and 36 visitors. So this practice of Mahikari, okay, doesn't offer to heal. This is a points card for areas of the body where we offer true light. This is a true light energy practice that anybody can experience, and it's always free. And the purpose of the art of true light is not to heal illness, we got 4 thumbs up, but to enable all humankind to participate in the great divine work of achieving the divine plan, and at the same time to advance on the path to attaining divine nature through the purification of the Trinity of the spirit, mind, and body, and thus resurrect their original power as children of God. And so, how much children did I have? When I was teaching, depended on the year, up to 100 or 120 in a year. I mean, they're passing through in different periods. I taught middle school, the best age, you know. Hey, Shane Brown, K9T, how are you? What are you grateful for today? Where are you viewing from? And so I started this morning by looking for a quiet spot to go out and meditate. And this cat, a feral cat, comes by. And, well, I also like to build my YouTube channel. And that feral cat, the cats seem to be YouTube gold. Folks like cats. And so there's the question of, do I meditate or do I allow myself to be distracted? And I'm meditating. I'm breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, holding it 1, 2, 3, 4, exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then holding another 48 beats, and I'm trying to work this in with a mantra, and I pretty much settled on I am that I am. I am the light of the world was too much, or I am, light and laughter. It was just too much. We still have 2 people. And so what am I reading? Well, what I was going to read today was, check it out. I found this 4-pound box of chocolates, famous name chocolates. And this is a blast from my past. This is, I guess it was in Cambridge, Massachusetts. There was a factory where they sold the misfit chocolates, the ones that weren't quite right, which usually meant, like, if it was a chocolate dipped caramel, it had too much chocolate on it, and so it was really good. And so my dad would bring them home, and this was kicking around in my office today, so I looked to say, what's in here? I thought it was something else, and it turned out, so here we go. We've got a story. On a story, it's called Tommy Gets His Pet, and it's by a very young author, 10 years old, who lived in a different time at 10. It was spring in the hut where Tommy lived at the edge of the zoo. Tommy lived with his mother, Mrs. Hunt, and his father, Mr. Hunt. Mrs. Hunt was short and fat. Your message was retracted. Hi, Shane Brown. Okay. It's not me, oops. And retracted a message. That's pretty funny. Mrs. Hunt was short and fat. Mr. Hunt was tall and slim. This is obviously written before years of PC. Mrs. Hunt had long dark hair, which she wore tied up in a bun. Mr. Hunt had golden brown hair and a mop-like style on top of his head. Mrs. Hunt let Tommy go to the zoo every day. Tommy wanted a real live pet, but his father said, Tommy, you may not have a pet. I don't mind living near animals, but I told you, and I will tell you again, I hate living with animals. Tommy was very sad. All he had was a room full of stuffed animals. He wanted a room full of real, for sure, living animals. Of course, he knew that he could not have even one quiet pet. His father said that he could not, so he could not. His father was boss around the house. Still here? All right. Well, on this lovely spring morning, he thought that it would be nice if he could go for a walk in the meadow. So he got up early and he said, "Mom, may I go for a walk in the field today? I could bring a trailside lunch," he added hopefully. "All right, dear," answered his mother. "Now scoot while I make your lunch. Don't forget to brush your teeth," she called after him. Okay, this is on carbon paper, and apparently the first 2 pages are page 1. Good, which means it's not as long as we thought. Page 2. Soon Tommy was all ready. "Be careful, dear," his mother warned. "Don't go too near to the edge of the brook, and be back by 5, she reminded him. And let me point out, this is like actually typed on a typewriter with carbon paper. Do you know what that is? Have you heard of carbon paper? "Don't go too near the edge of the brook, and be back by 5, she reminded him. "Bye, Mummy. Bye, Daddy," he called back. He ran out of the house and into the meadow. Soon he came to the brook. He sat down to rest by its edge. He heard a voice calling his name. "Tommy, Tommy, wait there. I am coming." It was Freddie from his class at school. "Come on over, Freddie. Are you going to come with me? I am going animal hunting." "Say, where are your folks letting you go these days?" he asked when he saw how scratched Freddie's face was. "I went to Carl's house. His cousin is over. You know Albert. Albert wanted my ball. We fought. I won," he added proudly, holding up his ball. "Can I come with you animal hunting?" he asked Tommy. "Sure, any day," Tommy answered. Then he added, "Say, do you know when Albert is leaving?" "No, but I think it's in a few weeks," answered Freddie. "Too bad. I wanted to start a Help Your Local Wildlife Live club. You and Carl and Nicky and his gang and me could be the members. We could build lots of awful big cages and start our own animal hospital. We could even make our own paper and our own paper stand and run a business. The paper could be called Wildlife and Its Surroundings. We could have a neat time," dreamed Tommy out loud. "Well, let's get to looking for helpless animals that fell out of their nests or babies that wandered too far from their homes," said Freddie. "Okay," agreed Tommy. Page 3. They walked around the meadow without talking for a while. It seemed like days of quiet. It was only 2 hours. "I'm bushed. Let's go back to the cool stream," panted Tommy. "I'm bushed too. Let's get going," agreed Freddie. When they got near the stream, Tommy whispered, "Look, a dead mother mouse with her helpless babies around. We're in luck." "Yeah," agreed Freddie. They got down on their hands and knees and caught all 6 of the baby mice. They put them in the homemade wooden picnic basket. "Let's eat," suggested Freddie. "Okay," agreed Tommy. "I'm going to give the babies some of my bread and milk. How about you? You going to do it too?" "Well, I'm awful hungry. I'll see after I'm full," decided Freddie. Mrs. Hunt had packed a very large lunch. It was so large 6 people could have been eating it to empty the basket. Would have to be eating it to empty the basket. "I'm full. How about you, Freddie? You as full as I am?" questioned Tommy. "I'm going to burst if I eat another crumb," answered Freddie. "Let's go home to your house and build a mouse house for these poor little mice," suggested Tommy. "Okay," agreed Freddie. "We can use my toolbox. I got it for my birthday." "Swell. Let's get going," said Tommy. They ran all the way to Freddie's house. "I'm bushed," said Tommy, wiping his brow. "Me too. Let's go lie down under the big maple tree," suggested Freddie, panting. They didn't talk for a while. They lay down under the tree and fell asleep. They slept for 2 hours. It says 2 house, but I think it means 2 hours. When they woke up, it was 5 o'clock. "Boy, it's getting dark. My mom said I had to be home by 5. What time is it?" Tommy asked Freddie. "Your time, old buddy, 5 o'clock, said Freddie. "I better be running. See you, bye," Tommy called back over his shoulder. Tommy left the mice on the porch. Then he ran in. Tommy and his mother and father had a very good meal. They had chicken and corn and potatoes. Tommy had a big glass of milk and a dish of ice cream for dessert. Then he went to bed. While he was sleeping, his father found the mice in the basket. His father felt sad for the poor mice. He made a big wire cage and filled it with ripped up tissues, and then he put the mice in. After he had fed the mice, he put them in Tommy's room. On his way out, he found Tommy's plan for the Help Your Local Wildlife Live Club and read it. He thought that Tommy was a very thoughtful and nice boy. When Tommy woke up the next day, he found the mice and a note pinned to the cage. The note said, "Tommy, I have changed my mind about pets. I like your club plan too, Daddy." Tommy was very happy. The end. That was by Cynthia Lees in May 1970. And there's a whole more box, but they're handwritten, and they don't all have dates. I like it when they have dates. Poems. I just saw a poem looking at the 5 colors or 5 races. Ooh, hey, this kid wasn't too bad. Hey, Nicholas Rothermel X2X, how are you? Could I take a tour in my house? Nope, I don't take my camera in the house. Thank you very much for the... I take tours around the outside, though. I mean, I have a farm here. It's fun. But no, I don't take a tour in the house. I might have 1 or 2 videos up on the thread. When I came back from Japan, I added a few pieces of art. So there are some pieces in there because we have like a skull collection in there. And oh, actually I have, yeah, a video of that that's waiting to go up. But no, I don't tour in the house. It's private. But here we go, a collection of poems. As the sun rises. We'll just read you one. Okay, you've all left. Could I take a tour of your farm? Yeah, let me read you one more poem and we'll try it. Often when I go around the corner, the internet connection drops and you don't see it, so you might have to go back to another live stream or look at the Moments in Nature playlist on Cynthia Lees Live in Gratitude. Because there are a lot of short videos back there with the chickens and the duck. I was watching the duck Christmas Eve day. She was taking a bath, and I can stand and watch a duck or a goose wash for hours. Yeah. Anyways, as the sun rises, it's only a couple of lines. As the sun rises o'er the sand-strewn dunes, I lie and watch it send its first bright rays to me. I like that. Apparently I was a sun worshiper from young on. I don't know when that was written. Let's go see if we can take a walk. Hang on. Nicholas Rothermel wants to take a walk. Let me take another sip of my mushroom coffee, augmented with powdered reishi mushroom because I happened to find it, so we added that. I drink this mushroom coffee, which I would be just as happy to drink without the coffee, but it's organic coffee, but we're putting the sun has gone a little bit back. Mr. Maxx, you finished your breakfast. So we'll turn it around. There's Mr. Maxx, the front of the house dog, and Matilda, my sidekick, without whom I don't wander too far. You want to go for a short walk? As far as, oh, you got yourself wrapped, dude. That was brilliant.